Hello, my name is Helen. I'm going to take you through a full body weight workout. So there's no equipment needed. Apart from, we are going to do some tricep dips. So you have the option for like a chair or a sofa or something like that, and have that nearby. If not, I'll give you an option that we can do on the floor. This is a short workout. It's only 3 blocks of effort, each one 3 minutes, but the intensity is there. So you're going to get a good workout by the end of this. We'll start with warm up. We'll finish with the cool down. Everything you do should feel right for you. So if you feel any pain at any point, make sure you either pull back, regress, or even stop doing the exercise. You might feel intensity, you might feel burning, you might feel a bit of discomfort from how hard you're working, but should never feel pain. And let's start with the warm-up. Side bends, bend side to side. The idea of the warm-up is we are warming the body temperature up. The muscles are kind of at rest. They're not too stretchy. They're not too, it's pliable, the word. And the more we move and warm, the more we can increase our range, and then we're ready for full load in the full workout. Just warm up the shoulders, give a few circles, slowly in one direction and the other direction. Take your time, don't be just swinging your arms around, but just feel your range, and maybe you can start to gradually increase your range as you go. Open and close the chest, swing your eyes forward and back so you get a stretch across your chest muscles and your back. We do have push-ups today. Don't know if that's just destroyed your day or not. Destroyed your day. I hope not. Especially because if they were your wife, you could just press stop. Feet a little bit wide, hips, little squats. So you do not need to do full depth squats yet. Like everything, we're working into our full range, but we want the hips to go down and back and the spine to stay long. So not arching or rounding the back. Perfect. Sumo squats. Just take your feet a little bit wider, turn your toes out more, and drive your knees a little bit wider, and see if you can now start to sit a little bit lower. Maybe even slow it down. So you start to add a little pause at the bottom and start to work into full depth. Full depth, you're aiming for a bum roughly in line with your knees. Reverse lunge with a reach. Step one leg back and reach your arms up high. Step in and switch legs. So you should feel a little stretch into the hip flexor and the quad of the back leg. Now let's step forward and pause, twist, turn towards your front leg. Now push back up to standing. Switch legs, step forward, twist towards your front leg, push back to standing, and then keep alternating your legs. Cat and cows, come down to the ground, please. Arch your back and round your back. So lift the chest, let the belly drop, and then tuck your tailbone underneath you. I think I'm having a little pause after this body because I forgot. I was like, oh, I need to tidy it down to the floor. But we're already down on the floor. Now, so push up to your knees. You can keep your knees over hips. Take your hands wider than your chest. And go from here, take your weight over the hands, bend the elbows and straighten. Maybe walk your hands a bit further forward, bring your hips further forward, and do the same thing again from here. Don't go on the toes. Even if you can, you push up on your toes. Remember, this is a warm up. It wants to feel quite gentle. We're just easing in. Come back to blocks, all fours. Reach your right arm up, spread it underneath your left armpit, and repeat. Can you hear that outside? But it's been day today, so that's then someone comes and does the cleaning. Push up the other knees, maybe. Add a little pause at the bottom this time. So you can go a little bit lower. You've got to really brace your core strong. So scooping your abs up, tucking your pelvis underneath you, pelvis, tailbone underneath you, and making sure the hips aren't sagging below your shoulders. Thread the needle again, other side. Left arm lifts and threads underneath. Oh, it's loud. I think it's loud. You might not be able to hear it at all. It's loud for me. Perfect. Jump up for star jumps. You can either jump your feet out and together, or if you want low impact, step your feet out and together. Go for a little pulse raiser just to get the lungs going a little bit, the heart rate going a little bit higher. And butt kicks, kick your heels towards your butt. Again, you can run out or step out if you need to reduce the impact, especially if you've got to be considerate to neighbours underneath you. But really try and see how close you get your heel to your bum. Maybe you can even get it to connect with the bum. Do the same with high knees, so you lean up towards your chest. Again, you can step or you can run. Trying to avoid leaning back. Stay upright and really like lift, pull the knee up rather than pushing the ground away. So lift, 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 lift. I'm going to modify burpees, sorry, hands to the floor. Jump or step into a plank position, jump or step into a squat position, jump or stand up. So you do not have to jump, you can put your hands down, step back, step in and stand. You can jump, you can also have a push up if you want. Have a little break. Woof. Hopefully, I can take my jumper off. That's good. So the first one's an AMRAP. That means as many rounds as possible in 3 minutes. Ooh, we are doing 2 exercises, 10 squats, 5 push-ups. Squats. There's going to be options. You can do a regular squat down and up. You could turn it into a squat jump if you want to add more intensity, or you can turn it into a squat pulse if you want more intensity but less impact. And then 5 push-ups on repeat. How many can you do? 10 squats. You count your reps. So you're trying to get your bum down in line with your knees, just like we did the warm-up. Optional jump, and if you jump, make sure you land at the bottom or close to the bottom rather than part way down. Once you have done your 10, 5 push-ups. It's only 5, so now if you can do it on the toes, give it a go. Scooping out the abs, tailbone up, your hips up in line with your shoulders, drop your chest in between and push yourself back up. The movement comes from your elbows bending and extending rather than your hips sagging down, sagging up. Your next option, of course, is on your knees. And, of course, you have your knees in like we did in the warm-up. So two suits. 10 and 5. 10 and 5. How many rounds can you do in 3 minutes? Because it's a short workout, if you're feeling good today, ramp up the intensity. So really try and go. There's times where I'll often say, like, go a little bit slower. But today what I'm hoping is you feel a little bit more spicy heart rate. These legs are falling down. I feel like I'll hold them up. Hold them up. Oosh. Not a good look. Same as the push-ups. Check that you don't suddenly speed up and only do a half rep. I'd much rather it was slower and you get full depth. But yeah, just think smash back down. Have to have a little pause at the bottom or anything. Just down, up, down, up. Only 5. Try toes if you can. If you find you're lower on your toes, but then you can't get up, do that. Lower on the toes, push your knees down to come back up again. Once you've done 5, you know what to do. Well over halfway of the time. You will never see squats again. Let me show the pulse again. You'll never see squats again or push-ups for the rest of the workout. So you can afford to go. You can afford to go, 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 go. You lift. Oosh. Oosh. Final 45 seconds. I'm hoping your legs bled. Yes. And your upper body is done with push-ups. Final 30 seconds. Final 30. You'll notice I don't always do all the reps. It's not my workout, it's your workout. And I'm often talking. Shut up, Helen, shut up. 10 seconds. Do not stop. When you hear the first beep, you've still got 3 seconds to go. So do not stop until it says rest. Go on. Go on. Yeah, shake off. Shake, shake, shake. Catch your breath. 1 3-minute effort done. Oops, that's 2 fingers. 3-minute effort done. 2 to go. The next one, we're going to do an ascending ladder, meaning we're only going up in the reps. We're going to start with repeating these. They're mountain climbers. Start at 10 reps each, then 20, then 30. You're repeating these. Balance on one leg, bend the knee. You tap back, so you got a straight line from your tailbone, your toes to your heel to your head. And you pull, tap, tap. You don't need to tap in at the front, just the back. Pull, tap, pull, tap, pull, tap. Right, then left. Then mountain climbers, shoulders over wrist. Run, or step out if you need. You ready? 10 repeaters. Tap way back. Pull, tap, 2, 3, 4. It's about speed. Once you've done 10 on the right, 10 on the left. How far can you tap back? How far in can you pull your knee towards your chest? And keep that tip position and the bent front leg. Once you've done 10 of those mountain climbers, if you are looking at your feet, your hips are going to come up. So shoulders over the wrist and look at the floor in front of your hands. You do not have to run. You can even put one knee down if you need to, go a little bit slower, or use an incline like a step, bench chair to put yourself a little bit higher. It becomes easier. But if you can, you're running it out for speed. Once you've done your 10, each leg counts, by the way. You're on 20, then you're on 30. It's accelerating quite quickly. 10 of each, 20 of each, 30 of each, 40 of each, 50 of each. How high up the ladder can you get? And it repeats, it's a slow thing, it's fast. And you're using your front leg to stabilize the whole time. Every time you're kind of bouncing a little bit and moving a little bit, that's what's having to work to try and stay still. And that's where you're going to start to feel the burn. 20 on the right, 20 on the left, 20 mountain climbers, 30, 30, 30, 40, 40, 40. I'm trying not to talk as much because I know you're counting. We are halfway. Oh. Can anyone get into the 40s? By the way, if you end up wonky and like 30 reps deep on one leg and not the other, maybe pause me for a sec, just finish the other leg off. It's not the end of the world if you choose not to. We generally are lopsided. Let's get off that noise a bit forward. Yes. Check if your right knee's, your front knee starts to straighten. It's going to try and lengthen. Keep as deep and even as you can. Push your bum back as far as you can. So you're angled in the leg. Are you sweaty yet? Even though we're only, coming up to 6 minutes deep in the workout. That's a little bit of floor too. My floor got ruined in COVID, you know, from doing so many online classes. It never used to creak. Yes, shake. If you are, like I said, if we did one leg and not the other, and you want to even out, pause it now. I do recommend a pause rather than working through the rest, because again, it's only short efforts. So when you go, I really want you to try and go as much as you can. This time it's a pyramid, 2, 4, 6. And then, how high up do I think we can go? I want to try 2, 4, 6, 4, 2. And then if you're like more advanced, you're fast, so you're over halfway before you got to 6, go to 2, 4, 6, 8. And tricep dips and burpees. The tricep dips, hands on the shoulders, bend your elbows and straighten. Bend your elbows and straighten. Only 2 of them. If you've got nothing to incline on, let's go if you can. You're here, bend your elbows, straighten. Bend your elbows, straighten. Once you've done 2 of them, you do 2 burpees. Just like we showed in the warm-up. Hands to the floor, jump or step into a plank, jump or step into a squat, jump or stand up. So you can step if you need to. Once you've done 2, you do 4 of each. 4 tricep dips. Try and get a full extension of your arms at the top. 4 burpees. And then 6, 6. So as I say, beginner vibes, you're aiming to get 2, 4, 6. And then work your way back down again, 4, 2. Intermediate, try 2, 4, 6, 8, 6, 4, 2. Advanced, you might even be able to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Work for your level. I've just written 2, 4, 6 because I wanted all the stuff to fit at the top. Yes, 1 minute down. Bum, 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 bum. Na, 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 na. Na, na. Whoosh. You're halfway. You're halfway. So if you just finished a round, just go back down. If you're still partway through one, see if you can get back down to 2. Cool? You get it? I don't want you to finish at the end with nothing to do, but at the same time, it's a good goal if you think you can get there. You're in the final minute to do. So we're halfway. We're in the final minute. Try and get all the way back down to 2, 2, 2. Do not feel discouraged if you did 2, 4, 6 and you don't get down to 2 and 2. Just do what you can. Everything that you can do is perfect. It's great. You're just, as long as you're like trying to push your edge, you see what you're capable of today, you're great. You are about to be in your final 30 seconds. Going up is hard. Going down is easy, I know. I'm down. I don't think I count my reps, so I finished. I'm going to go again. Final 10 seconds. Final 10. Working right to the end, because this is it. Yes. Relax. Shake off. Catch your breath. Catch your breath. Catch your breath. Don't turn me off. Stay on. See how you're breathless? Allow the heart rate to come down. Stretch your shoulders one across. Less than 90 seconds to cool down. Get the heart rate back down. Re-lengthen the muscles. Hopefully your heart rate's high. So keep just moving your feet at the moment. That's wandering around your room. Little side tap. But you did it. Oh, I'm so keen to know how you got on. So with each one, the first one, how many rounds did you do? Did you count? The second one, what did you get up to? 20, 30, 40, 50 switch ups. The third one, what did you manage to do? Did you manage to go up and down your full ladder? If you manage to say, for example, go 2, 4, 6, 4, and you were just starting 2, great. Can you try it again in the future and see if you can get next time, maybe get down all the way to 2, 2, especially now you know what it feels like. Maybe not, by the way, our progress is never linear, but with repetition, the general trend is we should start to improve. Oh, stretch your triceps, reach one arm up, bend it, pull the neck to feel the stretch down the back of the arm. And this one. Breathe, 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 breathe. Na 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 na. Pa 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 pa. Short and sweet. Did you feel like you worked hard? It's technically 9 minutes of effort. 9 minutes. Your workouts do not have to switch arms, be crazy long to be effective. 9 minutes of effort. Never skip the warm up. If you did have to skip one thing over the other, I'd rather you skipped the stretch at the end than the warm up. In an ideal world, you always do both, especially when you can see the time of the workout. You feel like, I've got time for that. I got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Stretch your chest. You can either pull the elbows down wide. You can bring your hands to the lower back, roll back the shoulders, squeeze your elbows in, or lace your fingers behind. I like to lace and press. Tends to give me the most opening of my chest, but personal preference, see what feels best. I am in just 20 minutes and I didn't even do it all. How are you feeling? Hope you're good. Bum, 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 bum. Right, if you need to hold on for a second for balance, do stretch your quads, feel the bum. I love working on balance, so important to do. But that being said, the focus at the moment is the stretch. So do hold on if you need to. I do love hearing from you guys. Obviously, most of what I put out there just goes, I'm like, I don't know if anyone does any of it. So when I get these little comments or little messages after, it gives me so much joy. Makes me keep wanting to create videos. Switch legs. Also, my next favourite thing, obviously hearing, but then when I hear from people be like, well, the first time I did this, next time, or maybe like 3 times later I did this, I managed to do more. Makes me feel so happy. And hopefully makes you feel happy too. Most workouts you do, I know sometimes repetition can be boring, but often when we do it the first time, we don't know what it's going to be like. We naturally subconsciously hold back. When you go again, you know what you're in for. You know where you need to pull back or push harder. Can sometimes be a better workout. Have a little shake off. Give yourself a round of applause, a pat on the back. Really well done. Thank you so much for training with me. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you got a good workout. Any questions, any updates, let me know. Love to hear from you. But hopefully see you for another workout soon. Bye.